What is going on, y'all? It is your boy Woodsboro Fanatic, aka Austin, back with another video, and this one is good. I'm very excited for this one. Got a lot of positive feedback from my first one, so I just want to say thank you, appreciate it. The support means the world to me, and yeah, we're gonna keep this thing and keep it rolling. And like I promised you guys, I'm gonna give you a Scream 6 spoiler-free review today. So, for anyone who hasn't seen the movie yet, this review is okay to watch. I will not be dropping any spoilers. This will be a quick review, things that I can talk about, and yeah, I'm just excited for you guys to hear my thoughts. Um, as you can see, got the Ghostface hoodie on. Man, huge fan. Hat as well. Yeah, you see. But to kick things off, wow. Wow is really all I can say. Um, like if I were to put it in one word, all I could say is wow. What a fucking movie. What a fucking movie. And really I just want to start with acknowledging the greatness that is the Scream franchise. For those who don't know, Scream '96, the first one, really saved the horror genre. It came around at a time where horror was basically dead, and they gave us something fresh, new, different, and yeah, a lot of the success for horror nowadays goes to Scream. So, I just want to acknowledge the fact that we are 6 movies in, and they still managed to create a product that is worth watching. You know, sure, some of the movies are not as good as the other ones, but I think most fans would tell you that all 6 Scream movies are enjoyable, which is something that not every horror movie franchise can say. Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, just to name a few. The consistency from Scream is just crazy. So I wanted to acknowledge that real quick because with this 6th installment, my God, they were not kidding when they said this was going to be different. This was fresh, this was new, and wow, I was just blown away. First of all, their use of the setting, being in New York, wow, that was a just perfect choice. I know there was a lot of skepticism for it when it first came around. People are kind of not, I wouldn't say they're not open to change, but I think a lot of people were comfortable with the movies just taking place in Woodsboro. Me personally, I wanted to see them change it up, and they delivered on that, bringing it to New York City. Um, it was just perfect. I mean, it takes place on Halloween night, so you got millions of people, walking around, but there's, costumes as well. They don't play too much into the Halloween theme in this movie, but it's still there for you to see. There's a lot of Easter eggs, and just overall, the setting was magnificent. The usage of it, the way they kind of blended the kills in with the environment, just amazing. And speaking of kills, the opening kill, chef's kiss, my God, because that was one of my concern. I wouldn't say it was a concern, but it was just something I was interested in seeing coming into this movie, whether or not they would kind of change the opening scene, not give us the regular, phone call in the house, Ghostface comes in and attacks. This, my God, you guys are going to be in for a treat. This opening scene is amazing. Me personally, I'm ranking it right up there with the original Casey Becker's opening for the original Scream. This was just wow. It had me on my toes like as soon as the movie started. And that's another thing I want to point out. This movie is a roller coaster from start to finish. I wouldn't even say there's a dull moment. You're invested literally from the moment the movie kicks off. So it's just amazing. Like I said, that opening sequence was just wow. I was blown away. I really wish I could have recorded my reactions in the theater because like I didn't see it coming at all. The pacing, like I said, the pacing, it is a roller coaster ride. So when you get in there, just be ready to lock in and enjoy the ride because it's a very high paced, action based. It's very intense. And it just feels like it never stops. Throughout the whole movie, it's just going and going and going and keeps you on the edge of your toes, which I love personally. Um, yeah, it was just insanely intense, and the gore, my God. The Radio Silence crew, the directors and whatnot, they talked about this Ghostface being different, um, being a lot much being much more brutal, more sinister, and they delivered on that promise because my God, these kills were nuts. Let me just say the gore is crazy. Like I think every time there was a kill, me and my friends, like you just heard us and oh shit, like it was crazy. So definitely by far the most brutal, and I would say honestly, this was probably the most scary, terrifying version of Ghostface that we've seen. I think this is the first time since the first movie that I've been genuinely scared when watching Ghostface on film. And yeah, man, they do a really good job of capturing the essence of what he is. The character development is great. I had heard I had heard a review saying that maybe that I heard a review saying that that was something that they could have maybe worked on in the movie. But me personally, I thought it was amazing. I thought they did a great job at capturing the bond between the core four, that is Sam, Tara, Chad, and Gail. Or sorry, Mindy. Um, the relationship between them four and the bond is just stronger than ever following the events of Scream Five. They really play into that, and they really do a good job of making you feel invested with these characters. You really care for them. Um, and in terms of these characters, these four, so to speak, the acting was just amazing. I mean, Sam, Melissa Barrera got a lot of shit for Scream Five, for her role. A lot of people said that she was wooden in her acting, so to speak. She was kind of just. It was almost as if she was trying too hard. So for me, that's one thing I was really interested in seeing was just the performances overall. Um, yeah, Sam and Tara, those two girls, that sisterhood they have, that's just wow, it's amazing. I love the dynamic between them two, and like I said, the core four all together, it's just you really there's really no choice but to root for these people throughout the movie, and even the rest of the cast, like there was genuinely not one person in this cast who I felt had a bad acting performance. Like the acting was phenomenal in this movie, no doubt. Gail, she killed it per usual. Her conversation with Ghostface on the phone, I've been looking forward to that for years. So to see that was great. The chase scenes between her, man, she had a bit of Sidney Prescott in her in this one for sure. I mean, she wasn't going without a fight. Let's just say that. But that's one thing I also do want to touch on in terms of going out without a fight. This Ghostface is relentless. Like there's times in the other movies where they'll be chasing their victim and the victim closes the door on them, and then they run off or whatever, and wait till the next act to come around. But man, with this Ghostface is like, if he's chasing you, and you close that door on him or you try to block that, he's getting through. He he's relentless. Like let's just say that there's no stopping this, and there's something really scary about that. Um, I think they did a really good job of capturing that. This one is just mean. I mean the one-liners Ghostface has on the phone in this one is just a lot of other times in the movies you feel as almost it's kind of comical the way they play, the way the killer plays with his victims on the phone, but this one is just really mean. You can tell it's just yeah, he's ruthless, man. But I love it. Like I said, it plays into that narrative of this whole movie being different, and that's really what we got. Like I was not disappointed at all. Like I said, Gail killed it. The whole cast killed it. Roger L. Jackson, he doesn't get enough credit. Roger L. Jackson is the voice of Ghostface. He's been the voice of Ghostface through all 6 movies. This was one of his best performances by far. I mean, God, the man is a legend. So let's go ahead and give him his flowers while he's still here. And I think one other thing I really loved was obviously the meta's in there. We all love that, how they, kind of touch on what's going on in today's horror and whatnot. Not as much as it used to be, but I do love the fact that they had a lot of commentary based off people's real life theories for the Scream movies. People in the Scream community who are really diehard fans have a lot of theories based on killers and whatnot, and I just thought it was really, really clever how they threw that into the commentary and kind of threw it at our face like, hey, we're acknowledging it. I thought that was amazing. There was a lot of moments in this movie where I was just like, wow, like it was like just kind of like an acknowledgement to the fans. They did it a few times throughout this movie, and I loved it. The score also as well, soundtrack, really good actually. At first watch, I was kind of like, I felt they were missing a bit of those old classic Scream themes that we hear in the back, between transitions of scenes and whatnot. But after really digesting it and thinking about it, they did a really good job. It was there, but not too in your face. But I love the score. The music played perfectly into the scenes. It made everything so much more intense. And I guess I can get into the big part, which is the third act, the killer reveal. Going into the movie, I will say that I unfortunately was spoiled a few weeks back on who the killer was. I didn't think anything of it though. I kind of brushed it off, Plus, as a real diehard fan of Scream, and just a horror movie lover in general, I wasn't necessarily worried about who the killer was, because that's not the biggest part of the movies to me. I like the character development and the homage to horror movies and all that other stuff that Scream is famous for. But yeah, like I said, I got it spoiled for me, and I still managed to be surprised, which says a lot. I've seen reviews before going into the movie last night. I seen reviews for people who had already seen the movie. A lot of people were upset with the review. Personally, I loved it. I don't want to say too much without spoiling it, but I will say that the reveal caught me off guard. There's a bit of familiarity in it, but with a twist, which is what I always love. And just that whole third act in general, after the reveal, and then we get the battle between the final girl. That's just amazing. Me personally, this is one of my favorite third acts. Honestly, this is probably up there with the first Scream. I loved this third act. The performance after the unmasking, I really loved it. And the setting, where they chose to have that third act, I think was the perfect choice. I wouldn't have done it any other way as a writer myself. That was amazing. And yeah, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into this without spoiling it. There is a lot to unpack in this movie. Like, there is a whole lot. And like I said, this review is spoiler free. I will probably Monday or Tuesday, once everyone gets some time to watch the movie, I will come out with a spoiler review. We can cover everything that did happen without being too, without having to tiptoe around, so to speak. But yeah, like I said, this one, there was a lot to unpack, so I want to try to, I want to try to be as, I just, you know what I mean, can't get the words out right now, but you know what I mean. Yeah, man, all I'm gonna say is, dude, go check out this movie. I think for people who are true fans of the Scream franchise, you guys will love this. This is a love letter basically to every Scream movie there is in the franchise. Like, if you are a diehard fan for this franchise, I genuinely think you're gonna love this movie. Even for people who don't necessarily love this franchise and are just going to see it just to see a horror movie, I think you guys will be in for a very good time. There are going to be some elements to the movie that you might not understand due to, not seeing the other ones, but I do think this is still a movie that you could go see, without any prior knowledge to, and still have a very good time with. I mean, this was just a hell of a ride. Yeah, I'm giving it 9.5 out of 10 stars, personally. That's our first watch. I'm hoping I can go back to the theater tonight and get a second viewing of it. And after that second viewing, I may make another brief review, just kind of anything I might have missed, because that second viewing, you go in already knowing who the killer is, so you can, kind of just look for other things, Easter eggs, character development, things you might have missed, whatnot. And so yeah, but dude, seriously, I recommend this movie. This was a hell of a ride. I enjoyed every second of it. I was not disappointed as a Scream fan. I loved it. And I can't wait for Scream 7. So, yeah, man, I hope you guys check it out. When you do, go ahead and drop your reviews in the comments. I want to see what everyone thinks about it. And, yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for tuning in, and I will be back soon with my next video. It's your boy, Woodsboro Fanatic.